With the pressure mounting on the Public Service Commission amid controversy surrounding its advertisement calling for recruitment of over 9,000 officials at the local level, the State Affairs Committee yesterday asked the Commission to withdraw the advertisement call. Although the General Administration Ministry has defended the advertisement, all eyes are now on the Public Service Commission regarding its next move. Good morning, I'm Abhiday Shrestha, and these are the headlines of the hour. With the directive coming from the Parliamentary Committee to scrap the advertisement call, confusion looms surrounding the entire recruitment process at the local levels. Over a dozen appointments as the heads of different government bodies stalled due to clash of interest between co-chairmen of the ruling NCP and departmental ministers. Former President of Pakistan Asif Ali Zardari arrested in Islamabad on money laundering charges. Investigators say Zardari had parked billions of rupees in fake bank accounts. And the West Indies and South Africa encounter at the ICC World Cup washed out. Both teams compelled to share points. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli addressed the centenary function of the International Labour Organization ILO in Geneva, Switzerland yesterday. During the address, Premier Oli appreciated ILO's core principles of equal pay for equal value of work, freedom of association, working hours, adequate wage for living, balance between work and life, and social protection as the organization's contribution to human civilization. Premier Oli also termed ILO as a trendsetter. In his speech yesterday, Premier Oli also stated that technology had replaced traditional jobs and transformed the way people work, creating more innovative workplaces. Premier Oli stated the Nepal government under his leadership is focused on realizing the national aspiration of prosperous Nepal, happy Nepalese, and said the government intends to end all forms of deprivation and exploitation, ensure equitable development, and establish a socialism-oriented state as envisioned by the Constitution. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Oli held talks with Vice President of Turkey, Fuat Oktay, yesterday on the sidelines of the event. It has been informed that the two leaders discussed on the good relations between the two countries. Likewise, Premier Oli also met Prime Minister of Norway, Erna Solberg, in Geneva yesterday. With the directive coming from the Parliamentary Committee to scrap the advertisement call, there is confusion surrounding the entire recruitment process. The committee directive has come after 73,000 candidates had filed their application for the job vacancies, while there are increasing chances of local levels serving as recruitment ground for party cadres. After the Public Service Commission opened the advertisement call for 9,161 vacancies at 591 local levels on 29th of May this year, over 73,000 applications have already been filed. Over 72,000 candidates had filed their applications in the open category, nearly 18,000 in the women quota, just over 4,000 in the Madhesi quota, and some 500 in the Dalit quota through online applications. The Public Service Commission had announced the vacancies following a go-ahead signal from the Federal Affairs Ministry. However, with yesterday's development, there is confusion over the recruitment process. The Public Service Commission is also not ready to buy the Parliamentary Committee's logic that the vacancy call was against the spirit of federalism. At the same time, while issuing yesterday's directive, the Parliamentary Committee seems to have undermined the role of the Public Service Commission to recruit officials at the local levels until the formation of the Province Public Service Commission. Meanwhile, Acting Prime Minister and Minister for Defence Ishwar Pokhrel has opined that the government would not interfere with the vacancy call made by the Public Service Commission. Speaking to Kantipur Television's weekly program Fireside, Acting Prime Minister Pokhrel said that the executive cannot interfere with the decision taken by the Constitutional Commission. The Acting Prime Minister was of the opinion that the advertisement call that was made following constitutional and legal guidelines should not be scrapped. Welcome back. The main opposition, Nepali Congress, obstructed the session of the House of Representatives held yesterday, citing that the police had interfered in the protest staged against the Guti bill. Chief Whip of Nepali Congress, Balkrishna Khand, had voiced against the police interference on the protest staged by the members of Guti Corporation against the Guti bill tabled at the Parliament. Kard also accused the government of introducing a bill that, in his words, were an attack on the country's culture and tradition. Kard also warned of continuing the obstructions until the government presents adequate reasons for the bill. Lawmaker of the ruling Nepal Communist Party, Pampa Busal, also urged the government to take back the bill, expressing dissatisfaction against the police interference on the protest staged by the members of Gucci Corporation. Amid the protest, Speaker Krishna Bahadur Mahara asked Minister for Land Management Padma Aryal to clarify on the police interference and the questions raised regarding the Gucci bill. Minister Aryal defended the bill, citing it was introduced to better manage the corporation and implement constitutional provisions. Likewise, Minister Aryal also stated that the police interference was necessary as the protesters attempted to barge into the prohibited zone. However, dissatisfied with Minister Aryal's answers, the lawmakers from the main opposition Nepali Congress stated that the protest would continue until they received a clarification from Home Minister Ram Bahadur Thapa himself. Unable to settle the obstructions, Speaker Mahara halted the session for 15 minutes yesterday. However, the session was not able to resume. Based on a notice issued at the House of Representatives, the session has been postponed until 11 this morning. Over a dozen appointments as the heads of different government bodies have been affected due to the ongoing clash of interest between the two co-chairmen of the ruling Nepal Communist Party and departmental ministers. The Agriculture Input Company has been running under the acting Director General for the past 1.5 years. In the absence of the executive head, the officials have been dilly-dallying with the procurement process of fertilizers as the farmers are bearing the brunt of the state of affairs. Likewise, the executive heads have also not been appointed at the Nepal Dairy Corporation, Nepal Agriculture Research Center, Dairy Development Board, National Supplies Company, Nepal Telecommunication Authority, Udaipur Cement, among others. Despite the absence of the executive heads, there is a mechanism of other office bearers which, however, is not functioning properly. The departmental ministers have also not been able to guide the existing human resource at these offices. It has come to the light that rather than appointing the executive heads, the departmental ministers and the two co-chairmen of the ruling Nepal Communist Party have been more engaged on the choice of candidates to head these government bodies. Welcome back. The Udaipur Bar Association has been on strike ever since the appellate court in Rajbiraz was relocated to Okhaldhunga under the new federal setup. In this context, we had asked the protesting law practitioners about their demands. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public voice.
हामी चाहिँ व्यवसायिक ढंगले र यहाँको मान्छेहरू यहाँका चाहिँ सेवाग्राहीहरू सबैको भावना मर्मलाई बुझेर राज्यले चाहिँ हाम्रो चाहिँ बेन्च चाहिँ विराटनगर राखिदिनु पर्छ भन्ने हाम्रो सिधासिधी कुरा हो।
उदयपुर जिल्लाका चाहिँ सेवाग्राहीहरूले ओखलढुङ्गासम्म गएर चाहिँ धाउनु पर्ने, त्यसमा चाहिँ समय र पैसा रकम र चाहिँ छिटो छरितो न्याय नभएको अवस्था,
आर्थिक रूपले र अन्य शारीरिक लगायत अन्य धेरै कारणले चाहिँ अप्ठ्यारो परेको छ र यो हामीलाई यदि उच्च अदालतबाट चाहिँ उच्च अदालत चाहिँ यहाँ सार्ने हो अथवा चाहिँ विराटनगरसम्म हुने भयो भने न्यायको उपभोक्तालाई सहज हुन्थ्यो।
न्याय प्राप्तिको अवस्था लागि म त धेरै समस्या छ। यहाँ जान आउन 3 दिन खान बस्न लगायत धेरै समस्याहरू छ। त्यसै गरी यहाँका कान व्यवसायहरूलाई समेत जान समस्या छ र त्यहाँको भौगोलिक अवस्था हेर्दाखेरिको अवस्थामा बाटो विकट छ।
एउटा तारिख लिन पनि हैन, पेशीमा होस् तारिखमा होस्, यसरी 3 दिन एउटा पेशीमा 3 दिन समय चाहिँ बिताउनु पर्दाखेरि सर्वसाधारण जनताको चाहिँ न्याय सर्वसुलभ छिटो छरितो भएन।
यो चाहिँ हाम्रो लागि चाहिँ अलिकति सहज ठाउँमा भइदियो भने चाहिँ यो त प्रदेश नम्बर 1 कै सहज ठाउँमा विराटनगरमा भइदिएको भए चाहिँ जनताहरूले चाहिँ सुलभ न्याय पाउने थियो भन्ने हामीले चाहिँ आशा गरेका छौँ।
It's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question. What could be the reason for the delay in the appointment of officials at public corporations? Your options are A, issue with power sharing, B, political games, and C, lack of able candidate. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And that's all for the moment. Keep watching Kantipur Television HD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a good morning.